Alrighty, good morning. It's day 4 this morning of the trip. I've just left the hostel, just stopped by the supermarket, grabbed some stuff for lunch and dinner, and I'm heading up to the Abel Tasman National Park today. So there is a place called the Riuwaka Resurgence, and there's also a big sinkhole. I can't quite remember the exact name of that one, but I'm going to head up there. It's about an hour and a half to drive. There's a little bit of hiking involved, but not too much. And then I'm going to head out to a campsite. I've forgotten the name of that as well. I think it's Siberia campsite, and it's out in the middle of nowhere, so that should be another cool place to stay after having a night in the city. Resurgence. So it's only a 10-minute walk up to the Resurgence, so I've still got my motorcycle boots and pants on, and I've left a bunch of stuff unattended on the motorbike, but it's in a pretty secure car park really. There's just tourists around, so I doubt anyone will rax my stuff. I need to find out what the history is on the Resurgence, but a friend told me that it is basically water that runs underground and then comes out in a stream, and the water's been running underground through the mountains for quite a number of years, so it's really old and seriously cold. Oh, this water is freezing. I'm about to go for a plunge down the caving system here, so you can actually swim right under there. People go under there with dive tanks, and there's a whole caving network, which will be pretty awesome. But yeah, I'm going to submerge myself, but I'm not too keen because it's so cold. Oh, that takes a breath away. Holy crap, that's cold. I put the camera under the water there, not sure if you can see anything on the underground caving network. I was going to put my head under, but it's pretty cold, so I'll give that a miss. I had a few beers with my mate Warren last night in Nelson, so I was a bit tired this morning, but that swim definitely woke me up. It's so refreshing. I did bump into a person who knows the area well. He was just down by the pools, and he said that the mountain sits on almost like a honeycomb network of limestone and other rock, and the water is hundreds of years old. I'm on my way up to Harwoods Hole now, which is a big sinkhole in the Abel Tasman National Park, so not too far from where I am now. And I think it takes about 45 minutes to walk in there, and yeah, really interested to see what it looks like. I think a lot of people abseil down into it, and I think people might do some caving down there as well. So I've got my climbing gear with me, but I don't have a rope, so I can't do that. But yeah, it'd be cool to go check it out. Back on the gravel again. It's about 20 minutes out to Harwoods Hole, so hopefully the fog lifts and we get some clarity out here. What do we have here up on the road? A couple of goats. This looks like we're a park up. No one else out here, so might have the whole hole to myself. If anyone was wondering how I lock my stuff up on the bike when I leave it unattended, basically I've got this mesh lock bag I've got here, and I put my boots, my jacket, my trousers in there, and then I also run the wire cable through my helmet, and then you just run it through part of the framing on the bike, anywhere that no one can unbolt. They can get into my panniers or my camping bag, but yeah, if they want some smelly clothes and smelling camping gear, they must be pretty desperate, so I think we should be fine. Some baby weka, I think. See if we can find them. That was a really cool sighting with the baby weka. Don't actually know if I've seen baby weka before, so that was really nice. They are the most cheeky birds known to man, actually. There are a few cheeky birds in New Zealand, but those guys, they're flightless, and they, if you leave anything unattended, they will pinch it and they'll drag it into the bush somewhere. Alright, we're at the sinkhole now. Just scrambling over some rocks, and then we should be able to have a look down, but there's just a massive semicircle of rocks surrounding the sinkhole below. Just gonna climb up around that rock a bit, see if we can get a full view of the hole. Oh wow. Well, you can't even see the bottom. That is insane. Just going up to the second viewpoint, which is right on top of the hole. Fortunately, it started to rain, which means these rocks are super slippery, so just gotta be careful. Oh, I was incorrect. This doesn't look down at the sinkhole, but holy crap, how's that for a view down there? Jeez. So the last mission for today is to head out to Siberia Flat Campsite, which is another dock site, so I can use my pass to stay there. I think it's a bit off-road to get out there, and it's a bit out of the way, so it should be nice and remote. I believe it's about 60 kilometers to get there from where I am, but it's a lot of windy roads to get out there, so it's probably going to take probably allow for a couple of hours, I would say. Once I get reception, I will check the ETA on that again. And then I also need to get some petrol, water, and a lighter or some matches so I can use my stove tonight and make some dinner. Severe dust. That doesn't sound fun. It looks like I'm going to be eating some here. Doesn't look too bad though. So I'm going to cross the ford, but the ford is under the bridge, so we don't have a problem here. Siberia Flat Camping Area, that's us, so I guess we just duck down here. Oh man, it's right on the water. Whoa. Sweet, so you can just camp anywhere along here. Let's go find a spot as close to the water as we can. Can't speak, this is so amazing. Well, this spot looks pretty good. I'm just gonna whip around and see what the other side looks like. Oh, quite like this. You get a bit of a higher view. I'm so going for a swim tonight. Yep, that's my spot. Looks like I'll have this whole place to myself as well. How was this? Unbelievable. Oh man, that looks so inviting. I'm gonna get my stuff off and go for a dip. Oh, that's cold. So good though. Woo. A bit of a situation on our hands. I did mention earlier today that weka are very cheeky birds, and as I'm making my dinner, this guy just popped up straight above me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, get out of it. Get out of it. I also clean broke my knife and fork spoon thing in half as well, so eating dinner is going to be a bit more of a challenge. Can you hear that? That is the sound of rain. So I've been awake for the past hour or so, and there's been some pretty consistent rain, which when I looked at the forecast wasn't really supposed to happen. So it's not super heavy, but it's 5:30 in the morning, and I am just slightly concerned that the fjords that I came across might be getting quite high, because water levels in streams and rivers can rise pretty fast, especially in New Zealand. So yeah, I'm just contemplating whether I pack up camp now and try and head out just in case the rain gets heavier or it keeps going for any longer. I'm just going to quickly pop outside and check the level of the river that I'm sleeping next to and see how much that's risen. That should give me a pretty good idea on how full those fjords will be when I go back across them. So from what I can see, the river hasn't risen too much. The rock that I was sitting on having dinner last night, that's still sticking right out the water, so that indicates that yeah, there hasn't been much of a rise. And yeah, the rain is pretty light, it's basically just spitting. But yeah, I still think I might pack up a bit earlier and get out of here just to be safe. But man, I was looking forward to a bit of a sleep in this morning. Oh well. So this is the ford that I was slightly concerned about with the rain. I was a bit worried that the water level may have come over the concrete bridge down here, but as you can see, it's it's well under, as it was yesterday. So I could have had a bit of a sleep in, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, because I had an incident in Scotland where I went for a hike and it ended up tipping down with rain, and I almost got trapped with all the gushing waterfalls that developed. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Oh man, the weather is not good today. I'm going through to Westport, which is about 2.5 hours away, and it looks like it's going to be raining there for the rest of the day pretty much as well. It might be alright in the afternoon, but yeah, I'm going to get there, get some breakfast, and yeah, find some accommodation for the night, because I won't be camping. Woo! God damn, it's cold. Oh, check that out. There's been some more landslips up here.